advantage. Let's get started. So our previous sessions was vulnerability, and I hope so that you understand what is actually the known vulnerability on the FTP and how to the enumerate and how to the perform the attacks on there. All right. So this session is about the brute forcing attack, and the brute forcing attack perform on the latest version of the FTP. All right. So the latest version of FTP, which is running on the latest version of the U12 operating system, is 2022. Is the version of the U12. All right. So let's jump to the practical, and let's check out how to the perform and how to the take advantage of the brute forcing on take over the server by the brute forcing attack on the FTP. All right. So this is over, right? This is a attacker machine, and this one is a victim server. Victim server is a FTP server lab, and this my attacker is a Kali machine. Let's first make sure the network adapter that's good, and is also my the victim server. That's good. All right. So let's start with the both machine is on the virtual, this one and this one. All right. Now you first open my terminal, and then let me have a little bit zoom, and we just try to access the super user, right? And after that, you first find your network ID. So my network ID is 192.168.18, right? And I'm just trying to the nmap and capital P and a small n, then the same command which is used the previous session, right? And let's find, all right. Sorry. So that is all the result, right? So let's find out what actually the IP address, right? And this one, all right? How do you know? The same thing is basically the last, all right? So NIC is a virtual box. All right, so I'm just copy this IP address. I'm just copy, and now and map small as capital B, and then IP address is 192.168.18 dot and 46 and VB, which is the steps. All right, and see that is a two port number which is running on the server. One is a 21 and port number 80. So the port number 80, that means it's running on the HTTP, and port number 21, which is running on the FTP. All right, and see this is the result of the nmap, and you can easily understand which version of the FTP VS is running on there, and which version of the HTTP. So the current version of the FTP is a 3.0.5, right? And so that is not possible for the known vulnerability. Now let's try to the brute forcing attack. But the brute forcing attack we need for the username list and password list. And see, first you keep in mind, because the brute forcing attack is a very noisy attack, 3 username and 100 password, the 300 attempts. Enumerate the the server name, reduce the attempt of the brute forcing. How do that? Because there is only the two port number is open, right? One is a HTTP and second is a FTP, because this is the upgrade version. So how to find or enumerate the username? So most of the time check HTTP. See, topic is not about to the HTTP, but we take advantage HTTP, which is find out the server information, then we try to the brute forcing attack on that, right? So how do that? We just open the browser, we just check out okay, what type of website is running on this on this server. So I just 192.168 and 18.46, right? And see, this is a good news for us, right? Okay, there is a indexing is open, all right, and there is a one file which is running on the server, the info.php. So one information, what okay, in this server the backend technology is running what the PHP. All right, so let's open this one system, right? In the system, see there's a system server. So let me copy this one. All right, and now let's move on where on my terminal. All right, now I successfully got server name. What the server name is? FTP server lab, but I don't need password list. So where you find out the password list, right? So the password list is suggest for the SAC list. We just type to the SAC list, right? You just go to the official website of the Kali and see there is it. And you first you know check if your SAC list is there in your Kali or not. If you're not, so you can easily download apt install on the SAC list. Let me check okay, if the password list is there or not. So the user and the share, and we just check out the SAC list. Okay, I have the SAC list, so I'm just check in the password, right? And there is so many password lists, right? So for the example, I'm use 100 list, right? 100 list of the password. So I'm just copy, and how do that? You can just copy doc and web, and I'm just only for the 100.txt, and I'm just destination folder is my home directory, cp, and then the source, and then destination is your home directory. All right, I'll just go on my home directory, say the server username, right, and then password is question which tool is good for the brute forcing attack. So there is a various tool is available, right, but which is my favorite, and most of the pen tester use the Hydra. Why the Hydra? Hydra is very good tool, and but it's very noisy right? So I just request you guys, please do not try any illegal activities use the Hydra, because the Hydra is very noisy. I This video is for the education purpose. I repeat again, right? This video is for the education purpose. I'm not promote any illegal activity in my channel now. So Hydra, if you check the Hydra, you can go and then type to the Hydra on the Kali too, right? See the Hydra, that's what. So the Hydra is very famous, and most of the protocol is a support. So that's why the pen tester, most of the pen testers use the Hydra for the brute forcing. FTP authentication, and there's it, right? So there's a FTP. All right, so let's try to that. Let me just try to the Hydra -h and see there is a various you know what the option is there, right? And is also there is a warning, right? Please do not use in the military or secret service organization for the illegal purpose, right? So I just request you guys, please do not try. Hydra, hey Hydra, right? And let's check out okay, how many options there, right? For example, if you are the list, user list, so you just capital L, and if you are only the username, so username only, so you just type with a small l. If you have the list of the passwords, so you just capital P and then file name. And if you are the individual password you try to check, you just give that only that cap small p. All right, FTP server, and what the lab, capital P for password list, all right? And what the password list is, dark, and this one. So now the protocol, which the protocol try, so FTP, and then IP address is 192.168, and what 18.46, and then you just type to the VV and VV, all right, and see, there we go, right? We successfully got that username and password of the machine, you know, this HTTP server. Okay, fine. So let's try to that access the FTP. So I'm just type to the FTP 192.168 and 19. So what is the server name is this, so copy, and we just paste on it, right? And password is what, a password. So all right, so we are in FTP server. Let me try to ls and see HTML tree. and let's change my directory as html, html, and see info.php. That's good. Okay, so now what the next? Because we are in FTP, so how to take advantage is FTP. Check if that possible, uh, the put my PHP file FTP server show the result. So we are confirmed yeah, the PHP file is running on the server desktop. And now let me create hello nano hello. Let me just let it zoom. Hello dot php php echo hacked. All right, and colon and save this file. All right, so this is my hello dot, and then just go again, type to the help command, right? And you get all the information about okay, how many commands is there. So what command for put my hello.php file on the server. So I think so with a put, type the put, and what just drag and drop and enter. Oh, my bad. Just typed on here upload.php. Okay, I'm successfully send this file on the server. Let me enter it to the ls and see the upload.php is there. All right, so we just check out if their upload.php it's work or not. Upload.php, what? Oh, permission problems. So we need for that permission apply in there. So let me check if there are option for the permission. Yeah, there is it, chmod. Right, so the permission is what? The permission is R for the 4, W for the 2, means 6, 6 and 4, 6, 6 and 4. So chmod and 6, 6, 6, 6, 4 and what? Upload.php. All right, now, yeah, that's good. Let me just refresh. Okay, that's great. Now, so let's try to load in the server what's a shell, PHP shell. So the PHP shell you can easily find the pentest monkey or the reverse shell of the pentest monkey, right? That is it. You can just directly download over the tar, and then you just little bit what the modification is. So I'm already the downloaded my shell, right? See, so I just need for the little bit changing in there, but because use the reverse shell. So the reverse shell is what? The reverse shell is basically you need for your own IP address, your machine IP address, right? Attacker machine IP address. We will discuss later about what is a reverse shell and bind shell. If you want to that separate video related for that reverse shell and bind shell using the netcat or NC, you just please comment below. Definitely I will record and upload on the YouTube relate about the NC or the reverse shell bind shell. All right, so my IP address is what? 192.168.18.80 let just open, and you just only this change in there, right? So the IP address, because see, uh, I'm already the setup all these things. Change your IP address in there, and if you want to the change the port number, so you can also just change your port number. But I'm just use for the same port number, which is 1234, right? If you want to add 4444, so you can just easily change, because this is the PHP file, and then save. And after that you just run your NC and netcat and LPVP, right? And port number is 444, all right, which is a port number. So now I'm start my listener, right? And then just go and then just put what and the shell is where in their shell. I'm just explode it. All right, and shell.php. All right, so I'm gonna hit enter. Let's check and see. Again, we need for the change the permissions. So how do you change? You can just simple. And what the permission of the info.php? 664. So 664 and what? The shell.php. All right, let's ls and let's watch. Let's check my others. Shell. All right, so I'm just go. Yeah, that is it. That may I'm sure try to, you know. All right, so let's try to run the shell.php. There we go. We are in the shell. Now let's check out. Who am I? Who am I? So I'm the www data, and I need what? The privilege escalation. This video is not about the privilege escalation, right? But definitely, I'm complete this series, and the next series will work on the privilege escalation on the both machine for the Linux operating system and Windows operating system. So hope so that's guys you understand. All right, I hope so that you enjoy this session, right? And if you any question, any doubt, so please comment below. Definitely I will give you the answer. And if you like this video, please hit the like, right? And please subscribe, do the subscribe also. All right, let's support the education. Thank you guys, and see you in the next video.